Okay, so get this right. Imagine AI, powerful AI, but like you don't need millions of dollars or a whole team of, genius engineers to build it.
Yeah.
Sounds kind of crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But get this, while the stock market was kind of freaking out recently,
Yeah.
something huge happened in the AI world, like seriously groundbreaking.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's this team at Berkeley AI,
Uh-huh.
and they managed to, replicate some of the core tech
Hmm.
behind DeepSeek R1,
Hmm.
one of the most advanced AI systems.
And they did this how?
Well, the crazy part is the budget. I mean, it was like shoestring,
When you say shoestring, you mean?
like less than dinner, a decent dinner, $30.
Seriously?
Yeah.
$30? Whoa, okay, now I'm really interested. Remind me, what is DeepSeek R1 again? And why is it such a big deal?
So DeepSeek R1, right, it was developed
Yeah.
with millions of dollars. I mean, millions. And it's known for its ability to learn and adapt. And that's just something we call reinforcement learning.
Reinforcement learning. Yeah, I've heard that term. Can you break that down a bit?
It's kind of like training a dog,
Hmm.
with treats.
Uh-huh.
So you reward the AI when it, gets closer to solving the problem.
Right.
And then it learns through trial and error.
Gotcha. So, like, the Berkeley team made a mini DeepSeek R1 for $30.
Not exactly a replica, but they replicated the learning, the autonomous learning. They showed that this kind of, advanced AI, it doesn't have to be super expensive.
Yeah, okay, this is already blowing my mind. But how do we know, like, this $30 AI actually works? Like, can it do anything impressive?
So they tested it with a game, Countdown.
Yo, yeah, countdown.
Where they give you numbers, and you got to use math
Yeah.
to reach a target number.
Yeah, I remember that. It's pretty tricky, especially, like, under pressure.
Yeah. So they gave the AI some numbers, 19, 36, 55, and 7.
Okay.
Target number 65.
Did it pass?
Oh, it passed.
Right.
And get this, it used what we call chain of thought reasoning
Yeah.
to figure it out. Basically, it breaks the problem down step by step, like if you were, writing out an equation.
Interesting.
So it might add 36 and 19,
Yeah.
then subtract 7, and finally add that 55 to get 65.
Whoa, okay, that is really impressive. It's like this little budget AI is doing mental gymnastics. So if they can replicate this learning for $30, like, where do we go from here?
That's where it gets really interesting. So the researchers, they think this $30, right, it's just the beginning, like the tip of the iceberg with hardware improvements and how we design these algorithms.
Yeah.
The cost of developing powerful AI could be practically nothing in the next few years.
Hold on. Are you saying that anyone with a laptop could be building, like, super AIs soon?
It's looking more and more likely. And that brings us to, this fascinating idea called the intelligence explosion theory.
Okay, I've heard that term, but not really sure what it means.
So imagine AI, right, reaching a point where it's so smart it can design and improve itself, basically surpassing humans in research and development.
AI, smarter than us. Isn't that kind of concerning?
It's a possibility. Yeah. And we have to consider it. Some experts think it could happen sooner than we think, like even in the next couple of years.
Wow, okay, that's a lot to process. So some are saying we're, like, on the verge of this intelligence explosion, and others.
Others are more skeptical. There are different views on how fast this is all going to, unfold.
Makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
There are always different opinions with these big ideas. So who are, like, the big names in this debate, and what are they saying?
You have people like Dario Amodei, Anthropic's CEO. He thinks, we're on the fast track to these breakthroughs. But then you have scientists like Sabine Hassenfelder. She thinks this whole runaway AI thing is still pretty far off.
Okay, so we've got optimists and skeptics. Makes sense. But before we go too far, this Berkeley experiment, it was focused on a specific game, right? Like, does this $30 approach, does it work for other problems, like beyond countdown and math?
That's the million-dollar question, literally.
Yeah.
We don't know for sure yet.
So what are the next steps? Like, where do we go from here?
Well, researchers are looking at, how to apply this to other things, like scientific research.
Oh, wow.
Imagine AI tackling these huge problems that have stumped us for, centuries, like new medicines, the mysteries of the universe, even climate change solutions.
That's exciting. But before we get too carried away,
Yeah.
we need to balance the excitement with some realism.
Right.
So let's dive into both the possibilities and the potential problems of this $30 AI revolution.
in the next part of our deep dive. Welcome back to our deep dive. We just talked about this amazing $30 AI. And now, like, I'm thinking, what does it mean for the future? Like the good and the bad. Yeah, it really is opening a door to a whole new world of possibilities, but also, potential risks. This idea that powerful AI could be like everywhere. It really makes us think differently about innovation.
Right. Like usually we think of AI and it's these big tech companies, right, with tons of resources. But this $30 approach, it's like anyone can play now.
Exactly. It could totally change the game. Individuals, small teams, they could make, huge discoveries, like alongside the big guys. But with power comes responsibility. And there are concerns about, misuse.
Like bad people using it for like bad stuff.
Yeah, unfortunately. Think about it. If this tech gets as easy as like a phone app, right? It could spread misinformation, disrupt important things like infrastructure.
Yeah, that's a scary thought. It's like giving everyone this powerful tool, but no instructions, no safety stuff.
And that's why it's so important to have these conversations. Now, well, it's still early. We got to think about, regulations, ethical frameworks, how to teach people, responsible AI.
Okay, so downsides. Got it. But I'm also curious about the good stuff, the positive impact. You mentioned research before, like scientific research. What else?
Healthcare. That's a big one. Imagine AI models analyzing tons of medical data, seeing patterns, predicting outbreaks.
Like preventing pandemics.
Exactly. These affordable models, they could help personalize treatment, even discover new cures.
It's like every doctor having a supercomputer. Wow. What about other areas like education?
It could revolutionize how we learn. Imagine AI that, personalizes learning for every student, gives feedback, adapts to their needs.
Wow. That would make learning way more interesting and effective.
And teachers, they get the time saved. AI could do the grading, the paperwork.
Then they can actually focus on the students.
Exactly. It's like a virtual teaching assistant, helping teachers give more support, one-on-one. And it's not just healthcare and education. What about climate change?
Now, that's something I care about. How could this tech help with that?
AI models could analyze the environment, predict extreme weather, develop strategies for climate change.
So, like, better predictions for hurricanes and droughts. That'd be super helpful.
Not just predictions. It could help us develop better solutions for energy, how we use it, produce it, reducing our impact.
This is all really fascinating, but one thing keeps popping into my head. If AI gets this cheap, this accessible, what about jobs? Are robots going to take over?
Yeah, it's a common worry, and we should definitely think about it. But it's probably, more nuanced than just robots versus humans.
Okay, so what's the nuance?
Well, throughout history, technology has automated stuff, led to, job changes. Some areas lose jobs, others gain new ones.
So not all jobs gone, but the types of jobs will change.
Exactly. Instead of robots taking over, maybe it's AI helping us, freeing us up for the things, that humans do best.
Like creativity and problem solving, emotional intelligence.
Exactly. The jobs of the future might be working with AI, training it, understanding it, making sure it's ethical.
So maybe not fear AI, but learn to adapt, prepare for this new world.
Exactly. And that brings us to education. It's crucial.
Like everyone learning to code?
Well, coding is good, but it's more than that. We need to teach critical thinking, problem solving, adaptability, collaboration.
That's how to be a lifelong learner, how to thrive in a world that's always changing.
Yeah, you got it. It's not just a tech revolution, it's a society revolution.
This is all really exciting, but I bet some people are like overwhelmed, even scared.
It's understandable, yeah. But change is going to happen. Instead of being afraid, maybe approach it with curiosity, a willingness to, adapt.
Embrace the unknown, not fear it.
Exactly. And you're not alone in this. There are tons of resources, online, programs, even the government, to help you, navigate this new world.
Okay, feeling a little more optimistic now. But one last question. What does this all mean for me? Like, the average person listening.
Well, in the final part, we're going to get practical. Like, what you can do to prepare, what skills to focus on, how to make sure you're not left behind.
Okay, that sounds super helpful. I'm ready for some real advice. Okay, so welcome back. For the final part of our AI deep dive, we've talked about a lot. The tech, how it could change society. And now I'm thinking about, like, what about me?
Yeah,
the listener, right? What can I do to prepare for this, AI future?
it's a big question, and a lot of people are asking it right now. Honestly, no one has all the answers. But there are things you can do to navigate this changing world.
Okay, I'm all ears. Tell me, tell me.
First thing, and it's the most important, lifelong learning. Like, really embrace it.
Okay.
The skills we need today, they might be useless tomorrow. So being able to adapt, learn new stuff constantly, that's key.
So it's not like finish school, get a degree, and I'm good.
No, that's the old way. Things are moving too fast now. It's like continuous learning. That's the new normal.
Mhm.
Online courses, workshops, whatever, just keep learning.
Okay, constantly learning. Got it. But what should I be learning? Like, what are the skills of the future?
Anything tech related, for sure. Data analysis, problem solving, those are good bets. But don't forget the human stuff, communication, working together, creativity, critical thinking. Those are even more important when AI is doing all the routine stuff.
Right, because that's what makes us human, right? Those things. AI can't do that yet.
Exactly. And since AI is, getting into everything, it's good to at least understand it a little, how it works, the basics. You don't got to be a programmer, but some AI knowledge helps you make better choices.
So online courses, reading about AI, what else? This all sounds kind of, I don't know, a bit much.
Don't be afraid to, like, play around with it. That's the cool thing about this $30 AI, right?
Yeah.
It's accessible. You can mess with AI models, open source ones, build little apps, get some hands-on experience. You don't need a ton of money or a big team.
That's a good point. It's like anyone can be an inventor now.
Yeah, exactly. And who knows? Maybe you'll discover something huge or a passion for something you never even, thought about before.
This is pretty inspiring, but I'm sure some people are still, anxious, even scared of this whole AI future thing. What would you say to them?
It's normal to feel that way, but change is a part of life, always has been. So instead of fighting it, maybe see it as a chance to grow, reinvent yourself even.
That's easier said than done, I think, for a lot of folks. How do you even start to think like that?
Focus on what you can control, your skills, your knowledge, how you think about things. Be curious, try new stuff. Don't be afraid to fail sometimes. The more you, embrace that growth mindset, the better you'll handle all this uncertainty.
Good advice. And hey, maybe failing is how we learn best, right?
Absolutely. And remember, you're not alone. Tons of resources out there. Online communities, schools, even the government, they're all there to help in this time of, big tech changes.
This deep dive has been really eye-opening. I feel like AI went from this mysterious thing to something I kind of get now. And I'm actually like excited about it.
That's great to hear. That's what we were hoping for, to give you the knowledge and, the perspective so you can feel good about navigating this crazy world.
And to leave us feeling hopeful, maybe even a little, awestruck. Because this $30 AI thing, it's not just tech. It's about us, what we can do as humans, right? When we break down barriers and everyone can access these powerful tools.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Who knows what amazing things are coming next? But one thing's for sure, it's going to be an exciting ride.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the AI world. Until next time, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep pushing the limits of what's possible.